In the adjoining figure, the current in the steady state in the 2 ohm resistor is internal resistance of battery can be neglected. Now analyze the figure first of all, and one thing, they are talking about steady state, right? So what do you mean by steady state? So this terminology is for capacitors, right? So capacitors, what do you mean by steady state in capacitor? So we know that the formula for I is equal to I naught e to the power minus t by tau in any case of capacitor. So here obviously this is the case of charging. So as you can see, this is the formula for I is equal for I at any instant or any time t for a capacitor. Steady state says t is tending to infinity. That means I will be is equal to I naught e to the power minus infinity, which will be I naught upon e to the power infinity, which says I tending to 0. What do you mean I tending to 0? That means in branch of the capacitor, in the branch where capacitor is present, current will be 0 in the branch. That means we can remove it for our calculation. This part is highly important, that we can remove. So which branch can be removed? This branch can be removed. So let's remove and draw the diagram. So if I remove the branch, we get diagram like this. There is a 2 ohm resistance consists of I1 current and another resistance which is, let's say, 3 ohm, and current is there I2. Perfect. Now there is a branch which was coming, and this is connected with battery of 6 volts, and there is another resistance 2.8 ohm. So from there this branch is connected. So we actually removed this branch, right? So this was the logic of all this question. Now we are this question is pretty simple, that there is a current which is actually going to this circuit, and it is finally coming back to this point. So you can actually have, first of all, equivalent resistance. So equivalent resistance of these two, so let's say C1 is equal to C1 equivalent is equal to 2 into 3 divided by 2 plus 3, because both are in parallel. So this is going to be 6 by 5 ohm. Perfect, which can be written as 1.2 ohm. And now circuit diagram will be something like this, that there is a resistance which has 1.2 ohm resistance, another resistance which is 2.8 ohm resistance, and a battery of 6 volts, right? So what is the R final? So let me correct it. This is R equivalent, R1 equivalent. So R equivalent will be R1 equivalent plus R2. So if you solve this, you get R equivalent will be 1.2 plus 2.8, which is 4 ohms. Perfect. Now you get the net resistance of the circuit. Once you get the net resistance, what you can do, just you need to put the values in order to solve this. So you can apply V is equal to I into R equivalent. From there you can get I is equal to V upon R equivalent, which will be again 6 divided by R equivalent was 4. So you get 3 by 2 ampere current in the whole branch. Now if you look this diagram, so or else if you look this diagram, that means a current I which is actually flowing like this. So what is the potential drop in 1.2 ohm resistance? So we can calculate V across 1.2 ohm resistance, which will be is equal to I into 1.2. So this is 1.2 into 3 by 2. This has to be 0.6. So this will be 1.8 volts. Why I am calculating this thing? The reason is there because 2 ohm resistance and 3 ohm resistance both are in parallel, and you know that when two resistances are in parallel, potential drop between these two resistances are going to same. That means I can say this current is I1 and this resistance is V1. Let me remove this thing. So I calculated the potential drop. So potential drop is going to be V across 1.8 will be the same across this. So V is going to be I1 into, or V 1.2 is equal to I1 into R1 is equal to 1.8 volts. Now R1 we know, so I1 is going to be 1.8 divided by R1. R1 is nothing else, I assumed 2 ohm. So this is going to be 1.8 by 2. So this will be finally 0.9. So 0.9 ampere is your final answer. So which option is the right choice? So option number 4 gives us right choice. Fine. Yeah.